Greetings, everyone. This is Doc Hatfield, Preacher Man Piper, coming to you once again. I want to talk to you about something a little bit different today, though. Number one, I got me one of them little hardwood pipes from Missouri Meerschaum. Isn't that's just as cute, that's as cute as can be. But it's a good smoker. I mean, it smokes real good. It just really does real good. But I want to talk to you something that I'm familiar with, and that's with nursing. Now, the reason I'm familiar with that is because my wife is a registered nurse and has been a registered nurse for now on 120 years, something like that. But really, no, she hadn't been one for 120 years. But she has been a nurse for over 55 years. She went into nursing because she wanted to help people. That was her heart's desire, was to be able to be a help to people, and so she went into nursing. We find in these last days, though, probably within the last 20 years, that so many people that go into nursing, they don't go into nursing to help people. They go into nursing for the money, because there's great money in nursing. All kind of hospital work that there is, there's great money in it. And so many of them go in there and they could care less about the patient. They could care less about the condition of the patient, the outcome of the patient. What they care about is just getting a paycheck when pay day is due. And of course, everybody wants to get paid for the job they do, and they want to be paid for what they feel like they're worth, and that's understandable. But most generally, in this day and time, you don't find too many people who care like they ought to. When my wife and I got married, the first thing that she said to me, now we got married in November. The first thing she said to me, she said every year, she had done it every year since she had been in nursing. She said every year, 1 year, I work on Thanksgiving. And the next year, I work on Christmas. Then the next one on Thanksgiving, the next one on Christmas. She said, I do it back and forth, back and forth. And she said, I do that to help somebody that has children that wants to be home with their children for the Thanksgiving meal or for their Christmas time. And so she said, I will work in their place so that they can be at home with their families. She said, now if you don't want me to do that, I won't do it. I said, well, now I don't care if that's what you want to do, that's what I want you to do. I said, I can certainly understand your reasoning for doing so. And I said, so that's just fine with me. I said, as far as Christmas, I don't do Christmas. Not that I'm against Christmas. I'm not against Christmas. I've just never had birthdays where people give me stuff for my birthday, and that's 2 weeks before Christmas. And I've never really done much with Christmas, and there's a long story behind that. But anyway, I said, so it's fine with me if that's what you want to do. So she did that up until the time that she retired. She came home many times, and she was so concerned about a patient. I will tell you a little story though. One time, she was working, she always worked midnights. I asked her, I said, why in the world do you always want to work midnight? I don't care, but why do you want to work midnights? She said, there's no bosses. I thought, well, that's a good idea. That's a good reason to do that. She said, so anyway, one night, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, there was a patient that had a problem, and my wife went over to see about the problem. Another nurse called the doctor of that patient, and that doctor came in. And when he came in, he saw my wife in the room with his patients. And he said to her, why did you call me? She said, I didn't call you. So he walked back out and he said, who called me? And this other woman sitting at the desk said, well, I called you. It's your patient, and said she was having this problem. He said, yeah, but said, Carla's here. And they said, well, so? I said, well, Carla knows what's as much to do as the doctor does. Said, if she's here, don't be calling me. Let her take care of them first. And if she needs me, I will come. He just turned around and walked back out, didn't even see the patient, because he knew that that patient was in real good hands with my wife. My wife has several times over the years wept over someone who passed away. Several times has been really troubled over someone who is having a very rough time in the hospital. There's nothing finer in the world than to have somebody in the hospital that's working that cares. That's the finest thing you can have in a nurse, is to care. Or in anybody who works in the hospital, is to care. I was watching today, 2 a.m. on the patio, Onion. He and I had a real good conversation on Bunch the other night. I enjoyed that conversation so much. But he talked about his daughter Sadie, and it brought tears to my eyes because she had compassion. She cared for a certain patient, a patient that probably was going to die and might have at this time died. We don't know. But she cared. She was willing to stay with that patient. Stay with that patient. Because, you see, they called the family. And the family said, well, just give us an update on what's going on. They didn't come in because, see, whenever somebody they're pretty sure might be passing away, when they're pretty sure they might be, they called the family in. But this family didn't seem to care. But Sadie cared. And I take my hat off to you, Sadie. It's a fine thing to know that there are still people in this world who really have a true care and love for those that they take care of. And I just wanted to give a thumbs up to Onion's daughter for being such a fine, loving, caring individual. And I know she's going to go far, working in the same hospital that her mother works in. But I know that she's going to go far in this business. She's going to go far, and she's going to have the respect that others don't have, because she has a true love and a true concern and true compassion. Well, that's the reason I got on here, was because I wanted to to just make a remark about that, because it touched my heart because of my wife being a registered nurse all these years, and so I just wanted to say thank you, Sadie, thank you. Well, that's about it for me. I'm going to take this little old pipe right here and fill it with some Sir Walter Raleigh here in a few minutes, and light her up. And I watched Mark on Tobacco Pipes International today. He was fixing up a triad of pipes, 3 pipes, and man, did them pipes turn out to be beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. The work that he did on them was just absolutely amazing. Well, that's it for me. I'll give it up. So you take care. Count your blessings today. Name them one by one. I'll see you. Goodbye.